everyone, my name is Muhammad Azmi bin RASID, my metric number 270692. I'm going to present about Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. I will start this presentation with the background movie. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a 2021 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics featuring the character Shang-Chi. This movie was produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the 25th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU). The film was directed by Destin Daniel Cretton from a screenplay he wrote with Dave Callaham and Andrew Lanham. In the film, Shang-Chi is forced to confront with when his father Wen-Wu, which is Leung, the leader of the Ten Rings organization, draws Shang-Chi and his sister Xialing, which is Chang, into a search for a mythical village. A film based on Shang-Chi entered development in 2001, but work did not begin in earnest until December 2018 when Callaham was hired. Cretton joined in March 2019 with the project fast-tracked as Marvel's first film with an Asian lead. The film title and primary cast were announced that July, revealing the film connections to the Ten Rings organization, which previously appeared throughout the MCU and its leader Wen-Wu. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the first Marvel Studios film with an Asian director and a predominantly Asian cast. Filming began in Sydney in February 2020 but was put on hold in March due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Production resumed in August before completing in October, with additional shooting occurring in San Francisco. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings premiered in Los Angeles on August 16, 2021 and was released in the United States on September 3 as part of Phase 4 of the MCU. The film broke several box office records upon release and has grossed $430 million worldwide, making it the 8th highest grossing film of 2021. It gained positive reviews from critics, many of whom praised the choreography of the action sequence, explorations, and representations of the Asian culture, and the performance from the cast, particularly those of Liu and Leung. In the development part of this movie, according to Margaret Lewis, former president and CEO of Marvel Production, Stan Lee discussed a potential film or television series based on the Marvel Comics character Shang-Chi, with actor Brandon Lee and his mother Linda Lee during the 1980s, with the intentions of having Brandon Lee star as the character Brandon's father. Martial arts legend Bruce Lee was the visual inspiration for artist Paul Gulacy when drawing Shang-Chi during his tenure on the Master of Kung Fu comics book series in the 1970s. In 2001, Stephen Norrington signed a deal to direct a Shang-Chi film entitled The Hands of Shang-Chi. By 2003, the film was in development at DreamWorks Pictures, with Yuan Wu-ping replacing Norrington as director and Bruce C. McKenna hired to write the screenplay. Ang Lee joined the project as a producer in 2004. But the film did not materialize after the point and the rights to the character reverted to Marvel in September 2005. Marvel chairman and CEO Avi Arad announced Shang-Chi as one of 10 properties being developed as film by the newly formed Marvel Studio, after the company received financing to produce the slate of 10 films which were to be distributed by Paramount Pictures. In pre-production, in mid-July 2019, Marvel Studios began testing actors in their 20s for the role of Shang-Chi, including Louis Tan and Simu Liu Tan, previously portray Cho Chang in Iron Fist. The studio was adamant that actors be of Chinese descent to auditions for the character. Liu was considered earlier in the audition process and was brought back in for a second audition when the creative were finding it difficult to cast the role. He tasted again for the part on July 14th and was officially cast on July 16th. Ofina, who was the first actor cast for the film, had chemistry tests with the potential actor and said it was apparent that Liu was Shang-Chi from the jump. Liu and Afina casting were announced by creator and producer Fake at Marvel Studios San Diego Comic-Con panel on July 20, where the film full title was announced to be Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Fake noted the Ten Rings organization's role throughout the MCU and said the Mandarin would be introduced in this film with Tony Leung in the role. The Ten Rings logo was changed for the film from including Mongolian language in previous MCU appearance to having inoffensive Chinese characters that are synonyms for strange or power written in ancient seal script. This was done following the logo appearance in Iron Man 3, which drew from the Mongolian government who felt that Mongolian scripts offensively tied the country's intangible culture heritage to a terrorist group. Mongolian former Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism believed the change was more to appease the Chinese market. In the post-production on this film, the film officially trailer in June 2021 revealed that Benedict Wong would reprise his MCU role of Wong, along with the appearance of Abominations. Abomination first appeared in The Incredible Hulk 2008, portrayed by Tim Roth, with Roth providing uncredited vocals for the character in Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. They are special documentary. In February 2021, the documentary series Marvel Studio Assemble was announced. The special on this film assembles the making of Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings, goes behind the scenes of the making of the film, and was released on Disney on 12 November 2021. From this movie, the lesson that you can learn is you don't have to be good at everything, but it's important to be good at one useful things. For example, Katie in this movie is really good at driving, which was essential for Sean's teams. Katie's driving skill actually saved them for multiple times. Next, trust takes years to build and one event to lose. For example, when Sean promised his sister he will be back in 3 days, but his sister waited for 3 days and then 3 months and then 6 years. Next, people need supporter, not critics. For example, Katie's mom and friend often critiques her for not living up to her full potentials. Next, good relationship with family is the key to our happiness. For example, Sean saw his mother sacrifice herself to save him and his sister when he was young and helpless. That's all from me. Thank you.